3, Jeff Galino. Junior number 53, Todd Samarja, and also number 50, Jamie Fitzpatrick is in there with the rotations of the guards. At center is number 68, Tony Dorenzo. And filling out the number 32, Chuck Weston, and number 34, Al Conrath. Oh, Palick will be wearing number 11 this evening. They could not find the number 1 jersey, his usual number, and so he'll be donning 11 in the red. Kicking off for the Tarblighters, as he sets the ball on the 40-yard line, is number 2 for Tarblighters, at Anston.
A good point you made earlier, Kevin, about the fact that we choose to play defense to begin a football game. This is kind of unusual here for us to be received.
And that's a short kick. It's going to go, and Opal's going to retrieve it inbound at the 25-yard line, and he gets it all the way out to the 35 to begin the opening half of this ball game. Interesting how Opal fielded that so close to the out-of-bounds line. I thought he'd let it go out and take the penalty and move the Tarblighters back 5 for the other kick, but he chose to field it.
I agree with you, Kevin, and really what happened, almost the element of surprise. Everybody kind of relaxed a minute, but they thought it was out of bounds, and boy, he almost took it right on the sideline.
The Falcons 1st and 10, handoff going to be Weston, and his knee touched earlier than he got, so he just got to the original line of scrimmage, so he's 2nd down and 10. You know, John, it's interesting. I'm sure most of us are taking Cleveland game here. It's Cleveland very lightly because, of course, Tarblighters are 0-3, and they don't have a strong team this year. But like you said, it could be surprising just because the Falcons are coming off last week's loss. And off this time, the Conrath, and he has a nice hole, but he's only going to pick up 3, so they'll bring up 3rd down and 7 for the Falcons. It's probably a situation 3rd down long that they didn't expect to be into so soon.
No, I agree, Kevin, and just looking at Glenville, they don't look like they're very big, but they sure are quick, and again, this is going to give us a pretty good test, you know, in that respect. You know, we're going to have to be getting up the ball quickly, we're going to have to be moving our feet a little bit quicker, especially on defense, I think, because they'll probably have some people with some speed in the backfield there, and I think that's going to be a real test for us tonight.
Conrath in motion. Fletcher rolls out. He has Conrath, and Conrath will have just about enough for the 1st down. He landed right out of bounds on the marker. And so he should have the 1st down. And yes, he does. So that'll be the first down of the evening for the Falcons. Ball now resting on the Falcons' own 45-yard line.
First and 10 Falcons, ball on their own 35-yard line.
Handoff is now to Weston, and he has some opening, and he makes a nice in, and he gets another 11 yards right there, so Falcons come back with another 1st down, and they're into Tarblighters territory on the 43-yard line. 1:26 remaining in the 1st quarter.
And we're going to be more than a handful, too, for the Tarblighters, Kevin, because, you know, we run that mobile offense, and already they're having problems, you know, defensively, not physically, but trying to pick exactly what we're trying to do there. You know, they're going to have to make some adjustments, and I don't know whether they're capable of doing that.
Fletcher rolls out, and he's going to keep the ball himself, and he's going to pick a good yardage, too, still going down the far sideline, and he's finally knocked out of bounds near the 20-yard line, so there, Fletcher going to pick over 20 yards on that carry.
We had a lot of success with that play, too, last week. You know, we put a lot of pressure on Mooney at the beginning of the ball game. Of course, they did a nice job of making an adjustment and took that particular pass route away from us.
So that was a 20-yard pickup, and that'll be their 1st down. So ball now resting on the Tarblighters 22-yard line. Handoff is to Conrath, and he has an opening, and he's going to get close to another 10 yards. So the Falcons sluggish on the first 2 plays just open this ball game up, and this is basically what everyone anticipated.
Yeah, we're running right down to the safety, Kevin, before anybody's even laying a hand on us. So we're obviously controlling the line of scrimmage, and I think the Tarblighters better get some defensive backs ready because from the way it looks, they're going to be worn out here for too long.
So the Falcons are just resting on the 11-yard line, so they will be able to pick a 1st down, but the way they've been resting, it doesn't seem like they'll need to. Weston on carry, he'll fight his way through for about 4 yards, so the Falcons will have 2nd and 6. 9:30 remaining in the 1st period. I remind everybody once again that this broadcast is being underwritten by the Robertson Studio of Photography and Comar Jewelers, and I'd like to thank both of those area businesses for supporting Austintown Community Television. 2nd down and 6, ball resting on the 7-yard line. Handoff is to number 31, that's Mike Zockel. That's his 1st carry of this evening. And he'll get all the way down to the 2-yard line. Rather, that'll be the 3-yard line, so they will have 2 yards to go for the 1st down. 3 into the end zone.
And looking across the way, Kev, we have a pretty decent crowd here tonight. I was looking below here. I don't know how many buses Glenville brought, or if they brought a bus. There are not too many people on this side, but really it's a nice crowd. Normally after we lose a football game, sometimes it drops off a little bit.
That handoff is good enough for a touchdown, and the ball carrier is number 34, Al Connor. So 8:27 remaining in the first period. Al Connor goes across from 3 yards out, and that is the Falcons' first score.
And get that one quite easily. I expected us to be able to move the football on, but not quite like that. But of course, it's early, and we've seen the same thing happen last year when we jumped out to I think a 21-22 lead, and it seemed like we were just going to coast in, and all of a sudden we were in a football game.
That's Wilkins kicking number 24 out of the hold of number 36. F. Scott. Both their numbers are not what they usually were. They were missing red jerseys as well as O'Palak. But either way, that's up and good. So that's Palak's 6th consecutive PAT of season, and Falcon Hour at 7-0 with 8:27 remaining first period.
And of course, we also have another big game going on in town tonight. The Boardman-Kinley game. So I'd imagine some people probably over watching that, Kevin. And I'm kind of curious about the outcome anyway, just to see how strong the Boardman Spartans are. I think we have a pretty good idea. We've already played how good they are, and of course, Richland's got a pretty decent football team. So Boardman has yet to play, a Steel Valley team. So Camp McKinley's probably the biggest test of the year up to this point, anyways.
Well, the Falcons are definitely not out of the playoff race, nor are they out of contention for the Steel Valley Championship. We said Boardman has a strong team, Ursuline has a strong team, and because all 4 teams in Steel Valley are strong, there's always going to be a toss-up. It'll come down to the end. You may be a Steel Valley champion with a 2-1 slate in the Steel Valley, or maybe even less. There's such a possibility for even a tie between a couple teams.
Yeah, I agree, Kevin. It's pretty well balanced, as it normally is.
So the kickoff is a high one, not very far. Tarbuttles retrieve on their own 20-yard line, and they'll fall forward to about 21, so that's where the Tarbuttles will begin their first offensive series of the evening.
And this could be one of those nights, too, that guys like to see every once in a while. We pad those statistics, Kevin, especially offensively. Now, you can see the way we moved the ball there on that first drive. Some guys probably already have increased their yardage considerably, the running back.
And speaking of statistics, offensively, the Falcons are third in the SVC. We're averaging we have 563 yards total so far this season. We're averaging 187 yards per game, rushing, that is. And so the Falcon defense quickly stopped the Tarbutters. They're a noisy team out there.
Well, we obviously control that line of scrimmage offensively, Kevin. That first play there from scrimmage, offensively for the Tarbutters, no contest.
That's interesting. I see what Tarbutters lack in play. They make the noise, so this should be a loud game, if nothing else. Quarterback for Tarbutters is number 9, that's Rel Bolden. And he drops straight back, and getting good pressure. He'll be swarmed under. A couple Falcons on that sec. That's number 42 in there for the Falcons, John Hawkich. Also number 87, outside linebacker Matt Sorry. So already starting to see good play by the Falcons defense, and also seeing a lot of different names and numbers out there this evening, which will happen as a lot of Falcons in against the Tarbutters.
And this is exactly what we need, Kevin. Really answering that question you asked earlier about, what we need tonight. Really, this type of a football game. We go out and move the football, be good defense, and really, as you pointed out, that's only one loss. We got a long way to go yet in this football season.
So the Tarbutters have 3rd 17 now. They're inside their own 20-yard line. It'll be sort of a reverse. And the Tarbutters able to pass the line of scrimmage for about 1 yard more. He was knocked out of bounds by number 87, Matt Starry, in there on the spot. So the Tarbutters will have to punt quickly here after 3 plays, and they lost 5 yards.
Kind of an auspicious start, I guess, huh?
And speaking of statistics, it's best that we'll get back to the offensive statistics before the Falcons start. And it'll be a timeout by the Tarbutters. And so there's confusion on the punting team, so we can take those statistics now. I've been dying to use them. It's quite obvious. Let's deal in the Falcons' defensive statistics, since they did such a good job right there on the field. We are 3rd right now in defending the rush, and we have given up a total of 228 net yards, and that's an average of only 76 yards per game. So the Falcons are doing good in that department, and Mooney is behind Falcons with Ursuline, number 1 rush defender, and Boardman, the number 2 in Steel Valley. But all 4 teams have given up less than 80 yards per game rushing. Fitch is also number 3 in defending against pass. We've given up an average of 9 yards per game. Like you mentioned last week, John, if anything, we've been weak in his defensive pass. And finally, the total defense, Fitch, unfortunately, is 4th in Steel Valley, and we're giving up on the average 166 yards per game. But interesting to note, neither Boardman or Ursuline had played against the top Steel Valley team yet, and played against Mooney last weekend. Neither team did very well statistically. That's punt. Wilson will retrieve it on his own 50, and he fumbles the ball and finally recovers it in midfield. And fumble or something the Falcons don't want to see happen. They had costly mistakes last week, 2 fumbles resulting in both Mooney touchdowns.
That's what we have to be careful tonight, Kevin. Things like that happen. Things just go along so easily, so smoothly. And like there, I think Chuck took a risk that normally he wouldn't. He normally probably would fair caught that ball or let it hit the ground, and he had Tarbutter staring him right in the face, and boy, almost caught that up, and could have been disastrous, really.
Fortunately for us, we've had 6 fumbles this year, but we've only given up 3, so that's in favor of both the Falcons. Takeaway department, total, we are +2. So even after last week's disaster with 2 fumbles, the Falcons have been able to maintain a positive standing in the takeaway giveaway department. And so that was offside against Tarbutters. The Falcons will get an additional 5 yards without having to snap the ball. So bring a first down and 5 ball resting on the Tarbutters 45. Handoff is to Wesson, and he fights for 3 yards. So the Falcons will face a 2nd and 2.
That's a good point made about the statistic, Kevin. We did play Mooney and Army the week after, especially early in the season. You know, the statistics will change considerably because they do usually have a very strong defense and, of course, a very formidable offense. So, you know, if you play a couple of non-league ball games before you've run into somebody like that, your statistics have a tendency of being a little bit better maybe than somebody else's. That's probably why we're down a bit in some categories.
So a 2nd down and 2, ball resting on Tarbutters 41. Fletcher drops back. He looks down for number 22, Bob Tobille, and Tobille makes the catch. The flag's out. It'll be interference. It'll be declined by Falcons, and they will have 1st down and 10 on the 10-yard line. So Derek Fletcher picks up a good 32 yards through the air, so that won't hurt his standings in the Steel Valley. Right now, Fletcher is 3rd in the Steel Valley, and he is 12 of 19 with a 63% completion rate. That is best in the Steel Valley. He has a net yardage of 127 yards through the air, and he also has 2 T's. Both of those hookups in the first game against Cheney. 4:36 remaining this first period. Falcons once again in scoring position with a 7-2 advantage.
That ball was on a little spot, Kevin. They had maybe a score. I know the defender was closing in on Rob there, but still the ball just there on his run, and he'd come back to get it. I think that would actually cause pass interference. You know, there was contact there.
The Falcons have 1st down goal, ball resting on 10-yard line. Handoff is to Connor, and he'll pick up maybe 1 on carry, close to 2 possibly. So the Falcons will have 8 yards stopping them from entering the end zone. And remaining in this first period. Duckle the lone back. Both Connor and Wesson on wing. Handoff right up the middle. And that was number 31, Connor, on the carry, and he's just shy of the goal line. And so bring a 3rd down short, and Duckle came off close to the ball across the plane of the goal, but he touched before. Right mind all of you out there in Austintown that our car class rings have been very special for the car jewelers and a very special promotion, and want all high school students throughout the area to know that these rings are available from our jewelers. And that's a touchdown with 3:04 remaining in the first period. Derek Fletcher goes over from 1 yard out. Well, that's no statement, then another high note. That touchdown will give Derek Fletcher the tie with Chuck Wesson in number of touchdowns season, both of them having 4. So Wilkins will attempt his 2nd PAT, and the Turbutters will be drawn off sides. So the Falcons have elected just to go for the point once again from about a yard closer.
And it looks like, you know, we could be seeing a ball game where we put maybe 30, 40 points on the board, Kev. You know, we got 2 touchdowns already here in the first quarter. We got 3 minutes to go in the first quarter.
And that is up and good. So Jeff Wilkins tacks on another PAT, his 7th consecutive one. The Falcons go up by 14.
And it could be an evening, too, where everybody gets to play, you know, a considerable amount of football, and something that, again, you know, we haven't had the opportunity to do, especially this year, and then really some past years. You know, we've always had a pretty formidable schedule, and, you know, we just don't play too many teams that are going to beat by 3 and 4 touchdowns, Kevin, so sometimes it's difficult to get, you know, some of these young men in that don't see a lot of playing, or get a lot of playing time, see a lot of playing action. And maybe tonight, you know, it'll be one of those ball games they could get quarter or so.
And that looks like the team was progressing out there on the playing field this evening. Falcons already have quick scores. 3:04 remaining in the first period. Tarbutters have held control of the ball for about a minute of playing time, and in that minute they lost 5 yards.
The only thing that concerns me, especially you mentioned the word quick, Kevin, because even right here they do have a lot of speed, and, you know, give some room to run here, and, you know, they could pick one for a quick score on us.
Well, the receiver for Glenville bubbles the kickoff, and he's dropped quickly after that, and he's going to be stopped by number 29 Chuck Campbell. So Tarbutters will start on the 15-yard line. Not only are the Tarbutters having trouble generating offense, but they're starting deep in their own territory as well. Let's set up the defense of the Falcons that is on field. At tackles are number 79, Don Push, and number 72, Trent Askell. The nose is Burt, number 77. And the outside linebackers are Matt Starr, number 87, and number 53, Todd Samardzija. And 5 gets the completion error. That's the receiver for the Tar Butters. That's Andre Hicks, and he's going to pick up about 5 on the play. He was knocked out of bounds by number 22, Bob Schofield. Also see out there for Falcons defense, outside linebacker number 42, John Hawkins. So he's out there for the Falcons. The secondary for the Falcons is Chuck Campbell, Rob Toffel, Todd O'Howell, and Derek Fletcher. Inside linebackers are John Hauser and number 63, Jeff Galino. And Galino's in there on that stop right there. Tarbud are able to pick up 3 yards. Also number 87, Matt Starr, in on the stop. Ball carrier was number 3, Craig Johnson.
I think Glenville looks a little bit better. This series of downs, Kevin, moving the football a bit, and of course, you can't relax again. And of course, that football teams have a habit of doing that, you know, scored twice quite easily, and you come out and have a tendency to get a little complacent, and hopefully that doesn't happen to us now.
A third down and short for the Arbletters, 1:53 remaining, first period. Handoff is to number 30, Demetrius Turner, and he fumbles the ball, and the Falcons have recovered, so they will start now for their third drive inside Tarblood territory at the 28-yard line. So, misfortune for the Tarblooders and a little fortunate play for the Falcons.
That was supposed to first down, too, I think, Kevin. They made a good second effort, but then while making a second effort, you know, somebody, I think, grabbed onto an arm of the football and forced them to cough it up. We recovered deep in their territory.
Falcons will start out in another good position. 1:26 remaining, first period. Fletcher hands off to Jonathan. He returns a fade to West, and West has nothing but goal line in sight, and he finally dragged down at the 5-yard line. So quickly the Falcons punch a hole through the Glenville defense, and they are in scoring position.
And we're doing just about anything we want now. I'll have success, and you know, I think it's just going to be a long evening for the Tarblooders, and the kind of night that we need to have anyways after, you know, last week's loss.
Glenville is 0-3, but they do have a tough schedule. They have 7 road games, which is a lot for a team. And I see this is not one of their most memorable games right now. Handoff is to Weston, and he is close to the goal line. He'll be shy about a yard, so it'll bring second down, goal, ball resting on the 1-yard line.
It could be a tough trick, Kev. They've got 7 road games. And usually, if you can end up with maybe 5, you go 50-50 there. You know, that's pretty tough. But you got 7 of them, you don't play 3 at home.
So the clock winds down here in the first period. The Falcons should be able to get this last play off, 29 seconds remaining. And the Falcons' next road game will be in Brook, West Virginia. That's after the Meslin and Irvine games. And so that's touchdown across the goal line with number 31, Mike Zuckel, his first score of the year with 19 seconds remaining in the first period.
It looks like they're going to be a very cooperative guest, too. I mean, this is probably the best start we've had in quite some time. You know, we put 3 touchdowns on the board in the first quarter. You know, we're just not used to seeing that kind of offense. And of course, Glenville right now does not look like they have very formidable defense.
So Wilkins will be back on the field again to kick. He's been out here a lot this evening. Might have to watch that late on the kicking. And once again, we're able to draw the Tarblooders off. So they'll move the ball ahead, so Wilkins will be 1 yard closer again. And Falcons will elect the kick once again instead of trying for the 2-point version. So number 36, Jeff Scott will be holding. He's usually number 10, but doesn't have that jersey tonight. Wilkins' kick is up and good, enough powerful kick. So the score now is 21-0 in favor of the Falcons. I'd like to remind everyone in Austintown that if you don't know what to get that special person for Christmas, how about a priceless memory created by Robert N. Studio Photography? Call Sin Studio today and find out about their Christmas special. That's the Robert N. Studio Photography, 799-2015.
The old photographers. Huh?
Unfortunately, I don't have Ken here this evening to read his announcements. He does so much better than I.
Really? Never noticed that, Jeff.
So Wilkins will kick off. Tarblooders have 3 deep receivers, and he swibs this one to up back. Tarblooders already have their best field position of the evening.
Back to our onside kick.
They'll start at their own 38-yard line with 13 seconds remaining first period.
I kind of wonder whether that was done intentionally or whether that was by accident, because, you know, we really haven't been kicking the ball that well, but still they haven't done that well fielding our kickoffs. We kept them inside the 20, not the 30, but inside the 20-yard line.
That was a penalty against the Tarblooders, so they don't have the best field position this evening. It's going to go back 15 yards. So they'll start on their own 25-yard line. Quarterback is number 9, and that's Dale Bolton. And he will get a chance to get a payoff in this quarter. So that'll be the end of the first period here in Austintown with the score of Austintown Fitch Falcons 21, the Cleveland Glenville Starblatters nothing. And see that the Falcons have scored very well this evening. Let's refer to our SEC stats and see where they stand.
I thought we were due for another commercial there, Kev.
We'll get to that in a second. So, we don't have team scoring statistics, so we'll have to pass on that one. Also like to remind Austintown businesses, you too can be a Cable Channel 19 television sponsor. If you would like to have your business mentioned here on Cable 19, become an Austintown Community Television Program underwriter. We'll be helping keep Channel 19 on the air at the same time make your business home to over 12,000 cable subscribers in Austintown. So please, area businesses, help underwrite Austintown Community Television and support the community. Well, resting on the 25, Starblatters quarterback draw straight back. He has a receiver over the middle, and Hauser makes a nice hit. The Starblatters gain 8 yards on the play.
Again, they're starting out here looking a little bit better than they did, as you pointed out in that first drive. Yeah, they're starting to move the football a bit, and as I pointed out a minute ago, I hope don't, relax here, and again, the momentum switches again like they did last year, and could find ourselves in the football game again.
So second down and 2 for the Starblatters. They are now on their own 34-yard line. Falcons quick, they have a spin on, and here comes number 29, Chuck Kimball. But the Starblatters get loose, and they pick a first down. A good 10 yards more, so now they're resting on their own 44-yard line. So the Starblatters have exploded right now on 2 consecutive plays.
And they do, as pointed out, have a lot of quickness and speed, Evan. So it's going to be a good test for Steve defensively. Now, you get a little bit of momentum going again, especially in the, as we said, the speed department here. We did have a difficult time during scrimmages with teams that had some quick backs. And, again, we're seeing that tonight, so defensively, we still might get challenged.
The officials call for timeout. And the official is going to talk to the Austintown Fitch High School marching band, who is playing awfully loud here, probably disrupting both teams. However, the band plays quite well when they play loud.
I didn't realize that was in our game plan, Kevin. That's not a bad idea. Because, if you notice, they're taking a lot of time with the line of scrimmage, and I think they're trying to call them audible. You notice that during the first drive, and again, with all that noise, I'm sure they're probably having a problem hearing some of the signals or changes in play.
The Starblatters have first down and 10. Ball on their own 44-yard line. And up on the reverse is to number 5, and that's Andre Hicks. And he's able to pick up 3 on the play. The Starblatters trying to use some of their speed to get on the corner of Falcons.
God bless you.
So to bring up second down and 7 for the Starblatters.
The voice of the Falcons just sneezed, and
Falcons now are using 4 down linemen. Have 4 linebackers. Bolton looks for his receiver, but the ball hit the ground, so that would be incomplete. There seems to be, they now will call it complete. That ball had hit ground before. But we're not intended here to comment on the official. They are doing a nice job that game. So to bring up third down and 4, ball resting the 49-yard line. So the Starblatters are now perched to penetrate Falcon territory. So that's number 3 on carry, Craig Johnson, and he's able to pick up 3 more yards. So to bring up 4th down and 2. And Starblatters will have to decide what they're going to do. They've just entered Falcon territory for the first time this evening. Ball resting on the Falcons' 48-yard line. 9:21 remaining in the second period. Official timeout, and with an equipment timeout for one of the Falcons. They got the situation in order. So they're going to have 4th down and short. Starblatters going to go for it. Handoff is to number 35, and he gets first down. And that ball carrier was number 25, rather, and that's LaShawn Powers. So he's able to pick up 4 more yards and get the first down. So the Starblatters are starting to mount a drive right now. Ball resting now on the Falcons' 44-yard line.
And we got to stop things right now, Kevin. They'll get something going here offensively, and
that was a mixed-up play, and the ball's still loose, and it's still going. And finally, the Starblatters are able to recover it.
I think it was supposed to be a pitch out. I think it was pitched a little bit too high, and of course they are back with not poor field position, but they lost about 15 yards, I believe.
And that will hurt them immensely right now. That was number 42, John Mahakovich, outside linebacker, in there trying to recover that ball, and he brought the Glenville quarterback down. Falcons, interesting, are using a 4-down line in defense tonight. They are sending our other outside linebacker out on the wide out. A pass across the middle is complete to number 12, Byron Pope. So he's able to pick up 15 yards, but it'll bring up 3rd down and 10 out for the Tar Blazers.
I'll tell you what, Bolton doesn't throw the ball too bad. Kevin, I think, the thing is really always scares me, even though I'm not involved in the coaching end of it anymore, it is the fact that I see all that speed out there. He does have a decent arm, and it won't take much for one of their wide receivers to get behind somebody.
That was a well-executed slant pass across the middle. Bolton had a nice shot there to his receiver. That's number 3 on the carry, Blake Johnson, and he's going to pick up close to 1st down yardage, almost pick up of 9. So this is starting to get very interesting. Falcons defense is starting to have holes in it all over, and this is still our starting defense in the ballgame. I think maybe we have a morale problem down on the field. I don't think the Falcons are taking the game too seriously.
And again, that's what happens. We're even up here finding ourselves, joking a little bit and having a good time. But the thing is, you always have a tendency to relax out there. Again, as we pointed out, and things come so easily to you. We just haven't had a real problem or a real test, from the Tar Brothers, especially defensively. And this is what happens. People go out there and expect a guy next to them to get the job done. And really, they're not doing anything fancy. They're just coming out of some dives and through a couple looking passes. Of course, we're giving him a lot of room defensively as far as the secondary is concerned because of all that speed. So they're going to try and throw underneath until we stop that. We've got to get something going here defensively because even though we have 3 touchdown lead, they're right now threatening, and we don't want to give them anything to get excited about.
That was number 63, Jeff Galino, the injured player. In comes number 62, Stefano Napolito, to take his place as inside linebacker. And the Falcons make a good stop there. So there's a regroup. That's A. Hauser in that stop. Also number 62, Napolito, on his first play of the evening. He's a tackle. Injuries may be a problem here for the Falcons. We have several injuries. The Chalk, Jason Costa was injured. John Scott was injured last week. Both our fullbacks, linebackers, Jeff Powers and Matt Marakic are out this evening. They're not even dressed. So Napolito comes in cover there. So if Jeff Galino down, that's 3 linebackers we've so far lost. We don't know the extent of Galino's injury, and hopefully it isn't that serious. 2nd down and 10 for Tar Blazers. Ball Falcon 34. Bolton draws straight back. He's looking downfield on the sideline. Good coverage there on the outside by number 11, Todd Palak. So he had that covered all the way.
They try to get it all back with one play, Kevin. He threw the bomb. Again, we expect to see sooner or later. They got away from what they were doing. They're throwing underneath. Maybe they thought that we might be playing things a little bit tighter there as far as their secondary is concerned. They try to get a quick one and sneak somebody behind us.
So the Tar Blazers now have 3rd down and 10. Obviously a passing situation for them. We may see a trick play such as reverse. 2 wide outs, both sides of the field. Bolton draws straight back once again. He looks across the middle, and he has his receiver, number 5, but he is punished on the reception. Andre Hicks is hit by Fletcher and Powell, and I thought number 8, Don Hauser, was going to have the interception there. He saw the quarterback's eyes all the way, but he slipped when the ball was released, and so completion is made. And the Tar Blazers have a 1st down, ball inside Falcons' 20-yard line.
And again, you hear the name Bolton, Kevin. You may not remember, but I'm sure maybe the voice of the Falcons over there does. The Bolton name Cleveland, especially in basketball, they had 2 or 3 brothers, and were both good football and basketball players. And you go way back, the Browns had a guy by the name of Bolton that used to be a pretty decent running back for them. But up to this point, I'm real impressed with his ability to throw the football there. He's been right on money just about every time he's put the ball up in the air.
He has been doing a nice job commanding offense out there. He's definitely a leader in the field for the Tar Blazers.
And what we've got to do defensively now, I think you pointed out Hauser was, really he had the right idea there until he slipped. We've got to start getting our linebackers back in those passing schemes. It's pretty tough for a secondary, to really pick one of those off. We've got to get some good underneath coverage and take away some of those throwing lanes, passing lanes he had. And, I'm sure we'll make some adjustments with our linebackers.
I'd like to remind everyone that Austintown Community Television rebroadcast is a presentation of the television production class of Austintown Fitch High School in association with Armstrong Communications, the Austintown School Board, and the Austintown Trustees. If you are interested in donating anything to Austintown Community Television, or your comments are always welcome. Mail your comments and donations to Austintown Community Cable, 4560 Fountain Drive, Austintown, Ohio 44515. And Tar Blazers will lose 3 on play. That was a slipped up play, so the Tar Blazers now for 2nd and 13.
They've hurt themselves several times now, Kevin, with miscues. There was a poorly handled snap, and of course a bad pitch out they had earlier, and they kind of hurt themselves as much as we stopped them, I guess.
Bolton up straight back once again. He throws the ball right into the hand of a Falcon defender. That was 29 Chuck Campbell. And his receiver was Andre Hicks, but he was way downfield. Just threw that ball right to Campbell. It went off his hands, incomplete.
I thought he went colorblind all of a sudden. There wasn't a white jersey around anywhere. I didn't see one. We had 4 ribbons over there. They were all open. I guess figure he'd throw one.
Campbell was running a nice flat pattern there. But It was. Unfortunately, he was the defender there. The ball drops straight back once again. He has lots of time. He throws the ball up the middle again, and there are Falcon defenders all over, and we're missing opportunity. A lot of interceptions here. That's right off fingertips of 22 Rob Tofil.
He just put that one up for grabs, and I thought we had a pretty good shot at picking that one off, but just went off somebody's fingertips back there.
Tarbellers will go for it now. Down at 12 ball, resting on Falcons 20. Didn't seem from the kickoff, so they have a very strong kicker, so they will go for it here. 5:10 remaining this first half. Ball drops straight back. He releases the ball quickly. He has the receiver in the corner of the end zone, but it's way over his head. Tuffill must miss the coverage there because the receiver broke for the flag, the corner of the end zone, and he was wide open.
You know what they did, Ken? They've been running that post pattern, they're looking, or slant pattern quite well there, and all of a sudden, I think he gave a little inside move, went back to the corner, and he had Rob going the wrong way. Fortunately, Bolden, that was not one of the best passes he's thrown, because really, if he would have ended thrown him by 5 yards even, they had a touchdown. There was really nobody within. I think Rob probably maybe about 7 or 8 yards if that behind him.
The Falcons will regain control. Weston is still going. He's tripped up and finally brought down after a pickup of 12. The Falcons quickly return with the first down, and they're now on their own 32-yard line. 4:58 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, Tarbellers haven't done poorly offensively, Kevin, but still defensively, they're just not even kind of close to stopping us defensively. And again, it is a very difficult offense, as we point out before, to defense, especially if you don't see it that often.
Tarbellers using a lot of stunts out there. A lot of men close to the line of scrimmage, using 3 defensive backs. And there, one of the defenders got a bit too excited that he's undoubtedly on a stunt, and he's offside, so the Falcons will gain quick 5 and still have first down.
Yeah, it looks like they're just putting people in all the gaps now, coming with a bunch of people, Kevin, hoping to maybe cause some confusion, up front, maybe hope that we make some mistakes. But I'm sure I know what we're going to do. We're probably going to maybe try and cap them real quick, or probably go and work on the outside again.
Weston in motion, Fletcher hands off to Connorth, and he has some room, and he's all the way out close to midfield, so that pickup of 20 yards for Al Connorth. He's already scored once this evening on a 3-yard dive in the first period, and picks up himself another 20 yards right there. So in all likelihood, Falcons will be able to mount a drop here and knock off all 4 minutes that are remaining here in the first half, and they go into the locker room with a 28-0 lead. Fletcher rolls out, and he releases the ball downfield, and that's spot on reception, number 25.
Had a ball thrown past there. We just ran a little quick out and I think picked up another first down. And, of course, the big thing here is stop the clock. Kevin went down at about 4:03. So still have plenty of time to try and push it in from about 36-yard line.
That was number 25, Eric Tofil, on the reception, and he was able to pick up 14 yards. Handoff is to Weston. He breaks the outside. Nice move by Chuck Weston, and he falls down after 12. And so the Falcons are now all the way down to the 24-yard line. So it's got to fund the Falcon offense right now. These plays are picking up at least 10 yards or more.
And really, things are going just like you drum up on the chalkboard, Kevin. I mean, we just, we're not getting 3 and 4. We're getting 13 and 14 back here. Kind of helpless defensively.
Connor's on the double handoff, and he's able to get close to 10, so he's down beyond the 15-yard line.
Again, we go inside, outside, throw the ball, with a little sprint out, roll out type action. And really, they're somewhat confused, I think, right now.
3:22 and counting remaining here in the first half. Falcons have total control of the ball game. They're up by 21 points. Handoff right up the middle to Zuckel, and he's going all the way down to the 5-yard line. They'll pick up first down, and the Falcons will have first and goal go on the 5-yard line.
So, Brown, you play, Kevin, for 35 yards, and so as we pointed out, it's not 3 and 4. We're averaging, 10, 12 yards carry, and the statistics we're adding them tonight.
We just put away about 70 yards there in a little under a minute and a half, or just close to 2 minutes. That's Connorth, and he's down to the 2-yard line. The Falcons have 3 tries left to put it in from 2 yards out. Once again, area businesses, if you are interested in becoming a Cable 19 sponsor, call Paul Foreman at Cable Channel 19, 797-3900, extension 240, Monday through Friday from 9 to 3. And that's a touchdown to the Falcons with 2:10 remaining. Todd Holla goes from 2 yards out, so that's Opelek's first score of the season. And everyone's getting their hands on the ball tonight and also getting their body into the end zone. The Falcons are now ahead to 27.
With our average carry statistic, Kevin, they got it down to 2 or 3.
Wilkins, doing a lot of kicking tonight, is back on the field. Holder is Jeff Scott. The kick is up and good. So Wilkins has made it 9 in a row. And he has a nice consecutive PAT streak going. So Glenville will have 2 men to work with remaining in the first half.
Could be a very valuable weapon on the road somewhere, Kevin. You know, we get a close football game, which I'm sure, you know, looking at that, our schedule, we're going to probably have a few of this in the next few weeks. You know, could win us a football game with a field goal. He's getting better each week, I believe, you know, as far as distance.
Remind everyone once again that at Kamara Jewelers, art car class rings are being a very special promotion for Kamara Jewelers right now, and they can make your Austintown class ring or any ring from any area high school. And they offer special savings on 14-karat gold rings and the design series in palladium. Prices start as low as $77.95. Stop in at any Kamara Jewelers 3 locations: 64 Boardman Pullen Road, 1010 5th Street, Struthers, and just around the corner at Kamara Jewelers in 3675 South Meridian Road, Cornersburg. So Wilkins kick is high and fielded. And Tarbos will start with 2:04 remaining first half on their own 30-yard line.
And we're down to about 2 minutes to go here in the first half, Kevin. Obviously seems like a very long first half.
So for 3 of our 4 ball games so far this year, the Falcons have scored 28 points in the first half. Unfortunately, the one that we didn't is probably when we needed it the most last week against Mooney. Bolton draws straight back. He looks this side of the field. He has a nice reception made by number 12 for the Tarbletters. That's Brian Pope. And he did a nice job there. And the Tarbletters will pick up 12 yards.
We got decent coverage, too. He threw the ball right over defender's head and played the ball in there perfectly. You know, but the only way the ball could have been thrown. Again, Kevin, he's, you know, really impressed us. I'm really amazed at how long he's not a very big kid either. I'm sure, as a matter of fact.
And he dropped back straight again. He has a receiver, but this ball is incomplete into the ground for 29 Chuck Campbell on the coverage. Tarbletters now have second down and 10, and also 1:31 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, I thought there for a while that one bounce was good, but I guess not.
Once again, we are not commenting on official this evening. Bolton drops straight back. He has receiver Hicks, and Hicks makes a reception, and he's out of bounds. The clock will stop with 1:24 remaining.
He's probably throwing passes, you know, are very difficult to complete. You know, he's throwing that sideline pass, you know, without much difficulty, Kevin. He's throwing the ball from the hash mark clear over to the sideline there, and, you know, he got a pretty strong arm. Not only accurate, but strong.
And we'll undoubtedly see pass right now again with a 3rd down and 4 ball in the Tarbletters 48. And Bolton will drop straight back. He goes downfield. He has his receiver, and a nice hit there by number 9, Derek Fletcher. Fletcher read that all the way, and he was just waiting to put that pounding hit on the receiver, number 3, Johnson. So Fletcher makes a nice play.
I feel kind of shut up when I see Derek make those kind of tackles because, again, he's our quarterback offensively. But, of course, a very good athlete, a very valuable performer defensively, too, as we've seen there.
He was making some good hits last week as well on the options that Mooney was running. So his presence is again known tonight. Bolton will draw straight back. No doubt he passes. And good pressure. That's number 42, John Mahovich, and he makes a sack. And so Tarbletters will lose yardage. That was 4th down. The Falcons will take over on down. And I was too soon speaking that we scored 28 because we may put another set on the boards here. We have 1:13 remaining in the first half.
If we average 10 yards per carry again, Kevin, we should have run in about 3 plays.
Fletcher's going to throw this one. He has Scott, and Scott is out of bounds off the clock with 56 seconds remaining, and he is out at the 19-yard line. Make at the 23 rather, and Falcons are still averaging at 10 yards and plus on every play.
And stopping the clock, too, Kevin. We got out of bounds with that one, and down now we're at the 23-yard line. So we got just a little less than a minute. As a matter of fact, 56 seconds to, you know, to put another one aboard and probably give us our biggest halftime margin I can remember in quite a while.
So Mike Zockel, number 31, lone back. Connor in motion, 2 wideouts for Falcons. Fletcher rolls to the far side. He looks for Connor, and it is behind him, so it's an incomplete pass. And the clock will stop with 52 seconds. So Derek Fletcher overthrew that one.
Yeah, we had Connor wide open out there in the flat, and if he'd been able to complete that, we could have even had a score there. There wasn't anybody in the vicinity, Cap.
There are 52 seconds remaining. First half, 2nd down and 10 for the Falcons. Fletcher rolls out again, and he has received Ross Tofill. Oh, that was number 25, Eric Tofill, and it was just off his fingertips. So now the Falcons have third down and 10, and he may see the Falcons, or Jeff Wilkins, get a chance here to go for field goal. So the Falcons have 10 yards, third down and 10, and it'll be interesting to see Jeff Wilkins get field. He's been kicking PATs with strength all this season. Hasn't got a chance yet to go for 3.
That big experience, Kevin. You know, get one under his belt now, and of course get in a pressure situation.
Much hands off to Weston, and he's going to get close to 6 yards, but not enough for the first down. So it's decision time for Coach Steve Harton with 36 and counting. And the Falcons will let the clock wind down here. They're going to take play. 20 seconds, so this will be a 4th down and 5. Setting up a do-or-die situation by letting the clock run out. Fletch rolling out, and he throws the ball across the middle, and that wasn't a wise move, but it was a completion anyway. The Falcons will have to call a timeout after they move the chains.
That was a great throw there. Kenny's going to his left and threw the ball back down the middle and threw it right on the button. Obviously threw it in between 2 defenders there, and big completion for us.
Chuck Weston was the receiver for the Falcons. Ball resting down 10-yard line. The Falcons had to call a timeout. There's only 6 seconds remaining in the first half. And if you are interested in seeing the game films of the Glenville game and all other games this season, the Touchdown Club will be showing football game films Tuesdays at 7:30 in the Fitch cafeteria. See the film of the previous week's games and hear the coaches. So coffee and donuts will be available, and public is welcome. No membership or fee is required.
So what do we do here, Kevin? Do we have a kicking team out there? Yeah, I think we do. I see the tee, and so we're going to get to see what we've been talking about here for the last few minutes. I'll field goal attempt and see how good Mr. Wilkins is. From where? See about 27, 28-yard kick?
This will be just about that. It looks like a 28-yard attempt by Jeff Wilkins, his first field goal try of the season. The hole of Scott Wilkins' kick is long enough, but it is no good. It is wide to the right, so Jeff Wilkins is not successful in his field goal as he had been on his PAT. So 1 second is remaining in his first half, and Tar Bullets will have 1 play to work with. Right now, I'd like to implore all the Austintown viewers to support the Austintown local schools and vote yes in November on the upcoming $2.9 million tax levy for the Austintown schools. We have a fine school system here in Austintown, and we'd like to keep that system running smoothly. So vote for the upcoming Austintown local school tax levy.
Well, we got 1 second, Kevin. Probably going to see one of those Hail Marys here, and hopefully they don't complete it.
Bowling along counts. Drop straight back, and they have no choice but go downfield all the way. He releases the ball. Rob Tofill is going to pick it off. So Rob Tofill is going to get himself a nice interception. The end. The first half of this ball game, the Falcons are ahead by the score of 28-0. And that was a first half marked solely by a strong Falcon offense. And we will be back for the second half here at Falcon Stadium. And in between, you'll be hearing the fine sounds of the Austintown Fitch High School marching band under the direction of Lawrence Snell and Joseph Pellegrini.
like to begin a new tradition with the recitation of letters of singing band. The singers of the 1988-89 marching band are, in alphabetical order, Mike Anderson, Ken Biscoff, Greg Bonamay, Christine Carter, Chris Cunningham, Brian Davis, Chris Andy Diane Dow, Ed Doyle, David Feliciano, Brian Cornwall, Andy Gifford, Kim Hawes, Leanne Henry, Melissa Smith, Jenny Humberson, Jeff Johnson, Julie Kay, Tone Tolar, Chuck Cooter, Chris Lopez, Michelle Hart, Cody McCall, Mike Malott, Lisa Moore, Jennifer Ostrowski, Molly Buffett, Ralph Perico, Vic Reed, Steve Seidler, Greg Syracuse, Aaron Nickel, Julie Smart, Stephanie Highway, Nancy Hoffman, Chris Wellington, Eric Collington, Lynn Webby, Matt Duhas, and Rob. Please give a round of applause to all the seniors of Marching Band. And now, God and praise forever.
Welcome back for Falcon football. This is the second half of the Cleveland Glenville Austintown Fitch football game. The Falcons are up 28-0, and they're just preparing to kick off. Number 24 Wickens is the Falcon kicker, and he gets a nice high kick. Harbetter's going to take it on his own 10-yard line, good covered by the Falcons, and he's dropped quickly. A nice play there by number, and as he emerges, 56 for the Falcons at 66, and that's. And he's not listed on our roster, so he must be a sophomore, and I'm sure he knows who he is. That's number 66 for the Falcons on tackle. They're going to start on their own 18.
On the familiar place for the Kevin. They've been back inside that 20 just about every time we've mounted any kind of attacker offensively.
Field position hasn't been to their advantage this evening. And Bolton's going to do what he basically does best, drop straight back, and he throws the ball in incomplete. The intended receiver is number 88 for the Tar Bears, and that's Rashawn Alberts. So there's no great surprise in what the Tar Letters came out and did so far, and they basically their last 7 or 8 plays.
For some reason, I think You know, we're going to see quite a bit of that here in the second half, Kev. We're going to see the old football field with, the airfield footballs here. Could be quite a long half.
Number 66 earlier, who made stop on the kickoff, was Mullix for the Falcons. And on that play, that pass was complete. Sean Albert was able to haul in that one, and that was good enough for 8 yards. So it's 3rd down and 2. The Falcons have showing down problems in their secondary.
And they, really are having a difficult time, especially those little looking passes. That was kind of delayed there, Kevin. We just haven't been able to get the linebackers active enough, I guess, to get those passing lanes.
So 3rd down 2 for the Tar Butters. Bolton with a long count. And he hands off, but there's a fumble, and that'll be recovered by Falcons. Another turnover for them tonight. That's their 3rd. And on that recovers number 63, Jeff Galino. That is his 2nd fumble recovery of this season. He had one against the Manor Cardinals that resulted in points. And the way the Falcon offense has been moving tonight, no doubt that this fumble recovery may also result in points for the Falcons.
We almost got a hand up there. Bolton just about, we got in a hurry. Nobody really even got a piece of the defensive end, and he almost gave him the football in the air.
So Fletcher's going to throw, and he has Connors, but he overthrows Connors. So twice there, Fletcher's been unable to hit Connors in flat. 10-12 remaining here in this 3rd period of play. Offensively, the Falcons in the SVC are ranked 3rd for total offense. We're averaging 230 yards per game. And of that, 42 yards is passing and 187 is rushing. And both of those are also 3rd in the SEC. Reverse hand to Weston. He's the night cut around the official. And he's brought down after 10 yards. So he'll have close to a 1st down.
Yeah, surprise the first call. Yeah, we come out throwing football there. Maybe that gets the element of surprise. But, of course, being at 28-0, that's not what I thought we took with the ground game. And, of course, we did there again. Come back that little double reverse and picked up, 8 yards, 9 yards. So now we're 3rd and 2 situation.
Connor and Zockle are the tailback and fullback. That would be a handoff on the delay to Connor, and there's the flag. Probably a offensive blocking penalty.
Yeah, that could be holding. That one was called. Yeah.
And that's what it is, holding. So that'll take Falcons back now. So that'll bring them back 10 yards, so they'll be faced then with a 3rd down and 12. The ball will now be resting on their Tar Butters 21-yard line. And now it's taken back from the point of the increment, so they are now faced with only a 3rd and 8. 9:20 counting remaining in the 3rd period. Zockle, the lone back, 2 wide outs now. West will make it 3 far side of the field. Fletcher rolls out that way. He has a receiver, but he throws that out of bounds. It was going to be intercepted, but the Tar Butter fell out of bounds, so that will be incomplete. Derek Fletcher took a chance there by throwing that. There's a lot of coverage by the Tar Butters. So now a 4th and 8. Ball resting at 23. We'll see if Jeff Wilkins comes in for the kick. Simpson, he missed just at the end of the half on a 28-yard attempt, so this would be a little longer than that, probably close to 40. The Falcons will go for it a 4th and 8.
Yeah, I think probably see a little sprint and roll action to Kev.
And that's what Fletcher has in mind. He hits Weston right away, and West is going to be knocked out of bounds far short of the 1st down. And they're waiting. And that will be over and down to the Tar Butters. So Weston was short, but not far short. He was only short by about a couple of inches, it seems, from the marking. But that will be the Tar Butters. So go over on down to the Cleveland team. 9 minutes remain here in the 3rd period. And so far, that's the first time the Tar Butters have been able to stop the Falcons on one of their offensive drives.
And I guess you might say we stopped ourselves. The penalty there, we had a holding call after we picked up the 1st down, kind of pushed it back. And of course, give the Tar Butters some credit there. They did play two good defensive football plays there to force the turnover.
Bolton, and he's going to drop straight back. Flags are in the air. It's going to be against the Tar Butters. And that's a reception by Rashawn Albert, but it's going to be brought back. It's going to be motion against the Tar Butters. And that will be against the Tar Butters, so that will move them back 5. And the Falcons will take this penalty.
Well, I'm not terrifying in the secondary, Kevin. I tell you what, he's a load. They're hitting with that little delay over the middle there. But he gets up ahead of the team. He's a pretty big fella. He's punishing our secondary.
The secondary will definitely have their numbers higher on the tackle chart. They've been getting a lot of action out there because Bolton has been using his arm all night, throwing the ball a lot. First down, 15 Tar Butters now on their 11-yard line. It's handoff to number 3 for the Tarblers. That's Craig Johnson, and it's odd to see the Cleveland team run in that situation. They haven't been readily using the run as a way of setting up the pass. They've just been passing all night.
Well, the only thing I could have been thinking about there was, they might catch a slip in there, and just that little dive and break the line of scrimmage there, maybe pick up a big gainer. Not that time.
7.5 remain third period.
Who's winning?
Thanks.
Falcons still using 4 down line. Bolton close for the screen. The receiver is open. He'll pick up about 4, close to 5 on carry. Finally stopped on the play by that. Number 63, Jeff Colina was on the dot. Inside linebacker senior for the Falcons.
And we're doing what you have to do against a team, Glenville with all that speed, Cavs, get people to the football. We've done a good job of that. We haven't really given them too much running room. Even there, they caught the ball out and flat. We had 2 or 3 people out there in pretty good position, under control. And, of course, made the stop without much of a game.
We've often have noticed defense change this evening, and we've responded to all that passing because we have 5 defense backs in now. Bolton drops straight back. He's looking this side of the field. He's going to be sacked. And that's number 87, Matt Starry, and his assist there was done with number 52, John Mahovich. So Mahovich has been racking up some sacks this evening, putting Bolton back down to the turf. So that brings up 4th and long, and the Tarblers are far from where they started, 10 yards back. And they'll have a punt deep in their own territory. 5:50 remaining in this third period.
They try to go deep there, Kevin, and of course it gives secondary credit there because he couldn't find anybody open. Of course, the pass rush finally got to him.
Oh, close to being blocked by the Falcons, and it's not a very good punt. And that's going to finally stop on the Tarblers' 30-yard line. So the Falcons will once again have good field position, and they will probably be able to march in here. So the Tarblers did stop them on the last series. That reminds me right now, the Falcons came out after that fumble recovery by Jeff Colina. Had good field position, but yet they weren't able to score, and it just goes to show you the Falcons are not producing in the second half this year.
And that's unusual, Kevin, because, especially since David has been the head coach, we've always managed to come out and, as we've always said, make, the right adjustments. And, we have a good second half football team, but for some reason this year, we just haven't gelled as well in the second half as we did in the first, and who knows what the problem might be.
Hey, the Falcons played a bad second half because they didn't. They just weren't able to score. Fletcher throws over the head, West incomplete. So Fletcher's having a little difficulty hitting on that flat pass to the tailback.
Again, we get the football, and first down we come up with a little play action and, put the football up in the air, and that's kind of unusual for us too, I guess you must say, Kim, because we don't throw the ball that often, and this has come out and do it here. 2 successive
I'm really
series of downs in the second half is kind of surprised.
I'm curious to see if the Falcons can generate some offense. Handoff is Weston, and he does his best on that part. He is close to the first down mark. It's just on the 20-yard line. It should be enough for first down.
A little counter trap up beside has been probably our most successful play in the night, Kevin. I think we'll come back and probably give him a little more of that here if we pick up first down.
Chuck fell far shorter of the first down marker than anticipated. It's 3 yards short, so the ball's resting on the 23. And off the corner, if he has enough for the first down, and he's all the way down to the 14-yard line. So the Falcons now are 14 yards away from scoring.
Again, they came back with a little fullback trap there, and I think, really Glenville just kind of teeing up on it up front there and getting a little bit too much penetration, and we're finding a lot of running room up inside there.
So that'll be first and 10 for the Falcons, ball resting on 13. Doc on the carry, and he plunges down to the 4-yard line, close to a first down and also close to the end zone. Once again, we'd like to extend our appreciation to 2 area businesses, Cara Jewelers and the Robert Sand Studio Photography, for underwriting the cost of this rebroadcast. And we hope that the Austintown viewers who use Austintown Community Television will extend their patronage to these 2 businesses. 3:56 remains third period. Officials are going to bring the chains out for measurement. And once again, I also like to remind you that the 3.9 mil school levy is approaching in November, and we urge your support in favor of the school levy by voting yes in November to maintain the school's fine operation and to continue that operation into the future. And along those lines, there will be a 50 and 60 Halloween dance that is for the Austintown School Led Committee, and that will be on Thursday, October 27th at 8 p.m. in Saxon Club. So to help support the Austintown School Led Committee, this Halloween dance will be held. And now with Connor in the carry, he gets up for the first, so the Falcons will have 4 downs, put it in from 2 yards out. If you're interested in the Halloween dance, the 50 and 60 Halloween dance, tickets are available at Drenzo Photography on 1502 South Raccoon Road, Advanced Marking Systems, 115 South Candle Niles Road, and Austintown Board of Education offices, 225 Idaho Road. And I'll be also available at the door. Tickets will be $5 per person. So Connor struggled again on that carry, and he's not able to get the touchdown. He's only going to be able to get about 2 feet. So to bring a second down and 2.
That probably is the first time all evening, Kevin, they really stopped us for no game. I mean, they got things pretty well jammed up in there. Of course, I kind of feel that that's not going to happen again, and we'll probably punch it in here. I think look for Zocco maybe to get a score here.
So there'll be a fish timeout.
It looks like an equipment problem.
A message from 1989 seniors. The yearbook deadlines are approaching quickly. Call Robert N. Studio Photography Day to schedule your appointment at 799-2015. 2:30 for remaining third period. Falcon resting a 2-yard line in the hard blood. Handoff is the Weston, and he's in the touchdown for a touchdown. So that'll be more for the Falcons. And they are able to score now in the second half. It's only their second touchdown this year in a second half of the ball game.
Got that one quite easily, Kevin. You probably should mention maybe here in a bit, you know, this guys up front again, because they really have done another good job to see as far as getting us running them. You know, we're again getting our backs all the way down to the or in the secondary before anybody's laying a hand on them. Really.
Wilkins. And through a nice kick by Wilkins. And that will bring the score to the Fitch Falcons 35, the Arbletters of Cleveland Glenville nothing. Once again, art curve class rings are a very special promotion right now, like Mara Jewelers, and they are able to make Austintown Fitch class rings or rings from any other area high school. And they offer you special savings on 14 Miracle rings and designer series rings in Solarium. This starts low, $77.95. So stop in at any of Car Jewelers' 3 locations, 64 Bloomington Road, 1010 5th Street, Strother, or just around the corner at Car Jewelers' 3675 South Meridian Road in Cornsburg. Falcons will follow up at successful PAT with a kickoff.
And we're down to 2:26 to go here in the third quarter, Kevin, and probably our goal now probably is maybe see we hit the half-century mark.
So the Tarbuck will return to the 30-yard line. Stop made by number 11 of Palace, and also number 37, Jeff Acost. It'll be interesting if Falcons are able to get the big 5-0 here in this ball game.
Yeah, I kind of think we will, Kevin.
Something to shoot for right now. They'll have 2 minutes remaining third quarter, and then all the first to work on that. Long count again by Bolton. He dropped straight back. He has his receiver over the middle, and that 88 is running over all the Falcons. That is Mr. Albert out there.
This is earlier, Kevin. I'm glad I'm down there. I'm going to try and bring him down because how big is he?
Rashawn Albert is 6 feet, 198 pounds, but he looks a lot bigger than that.
Yeah, if he's 6 foot, Kevin, I'm probably about 4'8", because I guarantee you got to be 6'5".
And I'm sure there's a couple secondary people out there who agree with you, because he was running over people left and right, and that will be number 3, Craig Johnson, on the carry for the Tarbletters, and he'll pick up good yardage there. So the Tarbletters turn around, and they're in the Falcons territory now on 40-yard line.
Really, their biggest problem, I think, Kevin, is the fact they haven't been able to stop us defensively. Offensively, when they have had the ball, you know, after the first series of downs, you know, they've done a decent job of moving it, but just they haven't been able to get it off it enough.
New faces of the Falcons are in the ballgame as I scan the field. A lot of new numbers. We'll try to keep you up on those. Bolton, on another hand, this time it's number 25 is the carrier. That's LaShawn Powers. No relation to me. He's stopped by Sarian Hauser, and he loses the yard. 31 seconds remaining third period.
Oh, boy.
So Tarbletters face a 3rd and 5. All rest on the Falcons 4 yards on still. Bolton straight back on the drop. Crossfield, and he is hit. Well, that time Sean Albert felt that hit because that was a nice play there.
That's when the defensive back get even. He's just standing there, you know, he's just kind of flat-footed and off balance. And that's when you get your money's worth there. They had a couple pretty good shots in on him and kind of got even, I guess, for the punishment he did out here a while ago, and he got loose on that 20-25-yard scamper.
That Falcon headbanger there, number 37, Jeff Coffey. He made that nice play, broke up that pass. So it's going to be a quick kick. And whoa, a little dangerous, but a flag because he did call for a fair catch. We have Falcon also down here back at the other end of the field. Not going on right now. That was scary there in that fair catch. He was surrounded by a lot of people. So number 87, Matt Starr, is down on the field. He's coming in to try to block that kick. An injury or something the Falcons don't need, as I mentioned early on. We do have several of our key players out on sidelines.
And right now, you know, we're trying to win the football game, but we want to finish fourth quarter, Kevin, without incurring any serious injuries. And sometimes, again, we talk about guys getting complacent and relaxing, and this happens sometimes. And the end result is sometimes injuries, because they're not maybe going 100% up there, and all of a sudden, boom, you come up with a knee or an ankle injury or whatever, and hopefully we don't see this happen.
And that will end the third period. Matt Starr kind of limping off the field. He's going to be checked by our people on the sidelines, our trainers. And the Falcons are ahead after the 3 periods played so far by a score of 35-0. Well, and that period cannot end on the penalty. So that penalty was against the Tar Blooders. They hit the receiver after the fair catch was called and the ball was caught.
I guess you look at that the same way as you look at the last play of the half or the end of the football game, Kevin.
So coming in now, quarterback number 24, Jeff Wilkins. Their Fletcher goes out, and that's Wilkins' first time as varsity quarterback, and he hands up to Weston. And Weston fumbles the ball, and it's picked up by number 85, and that's Darrell Wynn, and he's able to return it. So Jeff Wilkins' tenure as quarterback has lasted a play, and that was a nice, interesting exchange there.
I think it's going to be short-lived, Kevin.
18-yard, 15-yard penalty, an extra play for the third quarter. A new quarterback, a handoff, a fumble by Weston, and now Tarbetters will start fourth period with the ball. So Falcons will now be on defense again. We'll try to stay up on. See if we can spot some of the new Falcon players in there in the field. I see number 81, that's Keith Riley at outside linebacker. Also number 84, Dave Catello is in. He's playing outside linebacker as well. And as he emerges in the huddle, try to get as many of the players who are new in there as he can.
Yeah, right now this is gone with the Bears. Yeah.
So as the officials try to arrange everything as it should be in the field, we prepare for the final period of this ball game. Wilkins 24 is now at free safety. Number 44 is also in. That's cornerback Harry Nepstick. Handoff to Free Johnson. He stopped in the backfield, right down. Number 65 was on the stop, John Kicka. And he was coming from his nose tackle position, so he just strolled in there and made a stop.
So we just see a lot of new faces coming in, and what we'll try to do now is, as many of them as possible, because a lot of these kids don't get much recognition because, they really don't get playing time that some of the other boys do.
So Bolt is now basically second 12, 2 wide out. He drops straight back. And he has his receiver again. That's Rashawn Albert. And Don Hauser does a little dance with him on the ground. Probably not a fun thing to do. But as an incomplete pass, it would have lost a yard if it was complete.
That's probably the best job we've done all night covering that particular pass right there. We had everybody covered, especially the tight end. We're forcing to throw the ball a little low and wide.
Third down and 13. Ball resting on Falcons' 30-yard line. 11:15 remaining in the ball game. A screen pass, number 3 Johnson, and he's knocked out of bounds quickly. 37, that McCarthy knocking him out. Also number 63, Jeff Lino in that stop. So it's good to see Jeff Lino back in the ball game. He was out earlier with an injury.
I thought we'd see more of those, Kevin, that screen pass, because they have dropped back a few times. We don't have any statistics here, but I thought maybe they might try to utilize that particular play more often than they did.
Our Blooders are going to fake the punt.
Well, that's a surprise.
And that's number 44 finally on that stop there for the Falcons, Gary Emsick. And so the Tar Blooders using a little deceit and trickery in the playing field are not successful. So the ball will go over on down.
Yeah, they were on our 30-yard line there, Kevin. I think they lined up punt formation, being down 35-0. I don't think they fooled too many people.
Well, it could have been a very conservative coach. You just never know. Could have been one of those Reagan Democrats out there.
Of course, they haven't been doing much from a regular offensive formation. They figure that might try and force there and go from formation.
Honor dropped that ball. It was a fumble. And they're just being sloppy now. I mean, whether you're up 35 or nothing, you don't want to execute your play as well as you can. And right now, it's funny, but it's not the players coming in who are doing the problems, but it's Connor, the starter, who fumbled the ball right there. Let's look across the line of scrimmage and see what new people we see in there. Barry Bartfi is in there, number 76. 81, Keith Riley also in there. 24, Wickens is quarterback. Golino is still a guard. Also 62 is in there now at guards. Fano Napolito. 65, John Kika there. Number 53, Todd Samarja, still in. And comes number 44, Gary Nensick with the play. Out goes Chuck Weston, number 32.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have your attention. There are any more balls in the stand. Will be a 15-yard penalty against the home team.
Once again, the snap is fumbled there. Of course, put it back in the center, but the Falcons swing sloppy here.
Could be because of those whistles, Kev.
10-19 remaining fourth period. Third down in a very long 14 for the Falcons.
I think the problem right now is we've got a lot of new faces in there, and of course that's always the main concern is when you get a new quarterback and a new center in there is trying to get the snap to the exchange so we can get them offense going.
Once again, Wilkes dropped the ball, and so that'll bring fourth down. So 3 plays the Falcons executed, they netted -5 yards, and they fumbled on all 3 of them.
What's that other thing? I've seen this on ESPN last. Was that rugby? Isn't that how they kind of someone gets the ball and flips it?
We have chaos all over the field. Falcons trying to get 11 men in there. This is Opal's first punt of the evening, and he kicks a nice long booted fumble by the Turbletter, and he's still going on his feet. He tackles a penalty. It's going to be against with a Turbletter because it was a clip, so that will nullify that long return, and it'll bring it back 15 yards in the spot of the increment. So the Turbletters will start once again, and we have a Falcon player down on the field, another injury. It looks like a leg injury.
Yeah, that was where the penalty occurred, Kevin, and I think we get the injury as a result of the clip, and that's what happens sometimes. I think we relaxed a little bit there, and of course didn't see the defender or the blocker. Hopefully he's all right.
That was Otto Pauk's first punt of the evening. I was going to say it would be good for Pauk to get a chance to punt this week, because last week we did have a profit snap, and it was a very dramatic problem because it resulted in 7 many points. It looks like the snapper has got the ball under control, and Otto Pauk got off a nice punt.
And that could be kind of a mental block, Kevin. And I think the point you're trying to make is that that confidence back, because that happens to kids. I think that was the second one we had this year too, and boy, we start thinking about that. The center does, and boy, again we get into a crucial situation, and that can be very costly. So it's good to see that we get the good snap, we got the kickoff, and that just kind of erase all those memories, I guess you might call them, of the bad ones that we had.
And as the Valdez State next week, the Massillon game, if you are going to come out, and I implore you to do so, because Falcon will play always tough Massillon Tiger team, and we've been victorious against Massillon in, I think, 2 of our previous 3 encounters, and so we have been doing well against the Massillon Tigers, and we'll be coming in here next week. Also next week is homecoming, so come to the stadium early to catch the festivities of homecoming as they crown the new homecoming queen for 1988. That will all be next week. Tickets will be on sale for the Massillon game next week, this Wednesday and Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. in the ticket office located at the South Circle of Austintown Fitch High School. First down 10 for Tar Butters on their own 22-yard line. See some new faces in there still. Number 23 on the coverage there, and that is Ron Lawrence. So the Tar Butters are able to pick up 8 yards on play. That's 7, so it's 2nd and 3.
We've done a good job defensively containing the speed, Kevin. We, even though they've completed some short passes in open field, we haven't allowed them to break one for a long game.
So this will be a challenge for the new defense that's in there for the Falcons. Bolt has some time. He has an open receiver. Oh, a nice hit by Gary Nemsick. He timed that perfectly. And as soon as that receiver touched the ball, and he was dropped to the turf. So that was a good game, but a punching one. And it was ruled incomplete, so the hit by Gary Nemsick was more than punishing. It was effective. He knocked the ball loose, and so the ball falls incomplete. 3rd down and 4. Good play by number 44, Gary Nemsick. 8:23 remaining in this contest. Fitch still ahead by a score of 35-0. '57 is in there now for the Falcons. That's Leonard Dodo. He's a tackle.
We've got 54 in there, too.
Yes, that is
Some of these names.
a sophomore. He's unlisted. And now number 3, Johnson, opens up a big hole, and he's all the way out to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Number 30 is in there, too, Gary Butis. So we are sorry if we don't get any of the players who are sophomores. And 67 is in there. And is in there right now. That's Ab for the Falcons. And also 54, Fitch, he's in there. And Tarboy was able to get 5 on the play. And we have it. 71 over here was a little after the play action. And the ref was right there to watch it. 71 big boy, and he was fighting one of our Falcon players. So that'll be against the Tarboy. Personal foul after the play, and that'll move him back 15 yards.
Not exactly where you'd want to do that, Kevin. He was right out in the open where everybody could see him. Of course, maybe he might think he got his money's worth, but...
So the ball will go back to the 30-yard line of the Tarboy.
We're down to, what, 7:47?
And counting.
And counting.
So second down and 20, ball resting on the 30-yard line. Bolton on a reverse, and there's enough foul to be against the Tarboy, and he's finally brought down by number 24 for Falcons.
I believe we got another clip there, Kevin.
That was Jeff Wilkins again. And holding against the Tarboy, so everything they're doing is being nullified quickly by penalties. They're moving back another 10 yards, so they've moved back 25 yards here. Probably best for Falcons to decline this penalty. That'll stop the clock, 7:24 remaining.
They have had a few penalties, Kev. Matter of fact, this drive, that's 2 or 3 they've had for at least 34 yards.
So that'll take the Falcons back, not the Falcons, excuse me, the Tarboy, and they're back a long, long, long day. They're now resting on their 18. They have 32 yards to reach the first down marker. So the stop was made by number 81 for Falcons. That's Keith Riley. And there's a pickup of 3 on the play. That's 4, and so the Tarboy will now have 27 yards to go for a first down, third down. With Falcons up by 35, they're not the only successful group in the fall sport category because Fitch boys golf team is now 10-1, and they are now in a clinched position for a tie for the Steel Valley Championship. So the boys golf team has been doing very well. They're heading posters in play. And this Bolton pass was the number 12, and it's intercepted by Wilkins. That's going to be called interference on number 25 for the Falcons. That's Eric Tofil. That's Eric Tofil on the interference. And the official stopped the play. It was going to be interception will be nullified by the interference call. That one a legitimate interference call. So the referees will confer on this. Once again, if you would like. So there's the flag. We have one at the line of scrimmage. That's an ineligible receiver. Pass interference, offsetting penalties. So the down will be played over again. As they start, say, if you want to see film of this game and all the upcoming games in the weeks, you can go Tuesday, 7:30 to the Fitch cafeteria and see the game films, and also hear this concert. State Department coffee and donuts are available. The public is welcome, and no membership or fees required. And all this is sponsored by Touchdown Club. That's Tuesdays at 7:30 in the Fitch cafeteria. Once again, we have to extend our thanks to Kamar Joel and Robert and Studio Photography for underwriting so far all of our broadcasts this season, or rebroadcast to you, Austintown viewers, and we thank them once again. Third down, 27. Bolton releases the ball right through the hands of the intended receiver. Now it'll be incomplete. Number 80 is the intended receiver, Will Warner. And so the Tarboy will punt. And the Falcons will get the ball back with just over 5.5 minutes remaining in this contest.
That's probably the worst pass Bolton's thrown all night, Kevin. The ball behind the receiver, and he's been on the money, especially with that pass route all night.
Best punt all night for the Glenville punter. And 32 Weston is going to return this nice block there. Nice clean block by Campbell, 29. He'll get himself a slobber knock block for that one. slobber knock, of course, being a term used by Fitch Falcon team, I don't make.
Yeah, I was going to ask you what a slobber knock.
That is what is used by the Falcons, and so I just extended that terminology to you, the viewers of Austintown.
You hit them so hard they slobber all over, Kevin? Is that what happens?
I don't know the correct origin of the word slobber knock or slobber knock block, but it is used. So you see, Ken Colonel tells us that he read slobber knock in a sport paper, and thus slobber knock is beyond this Austintown area. But that was a good carry there by number 11, Toto Pallet.
This magazine, sports magazine, Kevin, that's about the only place I think I'd read about a slobber knock.
Which here in Austintown, it's not used to this. You know, slobber knock's technical term. Ken Colonel, being the most technically refined person, knew of the word slobber knock. I, for one, had to get off my brother. So that's a 1-yard pickup there for the Falcons on the carry. 44 Gary Nems, kill pick 1, second down and 9 for the Falcons. And we are at 4:30 and counting down.
Now I know when I'm mad at him, I know what I could call him now, Kevin. Slobber knock.
Or it would be the correct term, slobber knocker. Handoff now to number 30 on carry for the Falcons. And that is Greg Judas on carry number 30, and he'll pick up 4 yards.
We better get back business here, Kevin. Let's see, we can't get the numbers and names of everybody's in their offense now. We try to get most of the defensive team.
52, we see McMahon is in there now also on offense.
For third, we have a fullback,
Garrett Butis. He did the kicking for the first game for the Falcons.
and we have number 24, I believe.
And that is Wilkins, the quarterback. 76 is in there, Terry Hard 5, and a lot of Falcons will be getting their time in tonight. 3:48 remaining in the contest. Falcons have third, 6, and a timeout on the field.
Again, I'm looking back trying to think, what was 28-0 at halftime? I think, you know, point made there, we still haven't been able to really sustain a real good offense in the second half yet this season. We've been scoring quite a few points and doing quite well in the first half. We kind of the second half just seems like kind of sputtered somewhat.
And that we have in the second half, and we're already hitting mid-season next week, our 5th game. And so you can't say the Falcons haven't had enough playing time and they just haven't yelled in the second half due to lack of experience, because this is our 4th game. 23 on carry for the Falcons. And that's Ron Lawrence, and he'll get a carry because he'll have enough for the first down yards and about 3 or 4 more. He's already down to the Tarletter's 35-yard line. Falcons should be able, on a good drive, to wind down the remaining time in this ball game and also put the ball in for another 6. 83 is the wideout for the Falcons. That's Buck, and he'll be wide out. And that's number 30, Gary Udis, and he's all the way inside the 20-yard line, down to 17. So the Falcons are getting closer and closer to putting another one on board.
This group finally got the center snap, Kevin. That was the only problem we had here the last drive or two. They just couldn't get the quarterback center snapper change. We couldn't run any kind of offense. Now that they've gotten that squared away now, the running backs get an opportunity to run with the football now.
A mix-up in backfield, and Mystic will get the call, but he's not going to get much yardage. Looks like more like a gang meeting back there than a football play.
They had me fooled there for a while, Kev. I knew they had the football. And of course, there's a problem with the timing here.
It's like a little Australian rules football there in the rugby. So not a well-executed American football play. So the Falcons will now be faced with 2nd down and 11. Ball resting on the 19-yard line of the Starblutters. Nemka again gets the call, and he's inside the 15. That'll be a pickup 4.